We start off this morning, though, with new information in the grand jury proceedings here in New York against former President Donald Trump.
Jurors are weighing whether to indict the former president for his alleged hush money payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Attorney Rob Costello, the final witness in the proceedings, testified yesterday on Trump's behalf. Afterward, he told reporters that he spent most of his time trying to undermine the credibility of the prosecution's key witness, Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen. Costello previously served as a legal advisor to Cohen, but the two have since had a falling out. Costello had this to say about his former colleague.
I'm the one who decided to do this. A lot of people cautioned me against it because I had nothing to gain. The only thing I'm doing is trying to tell the truth to the grand jurors. If they want to go after Donald Trump and they have solid evidence, so be it. But Michael Cohen is far from solid evidence. This guy, by any prosecutor's standard, and I used to be deputy chief of the criminal division in the Southern District of New York, I wouldn't have touched a guy like Michael Cohen, especially if he's a convicted perjurer.
The grand jury is expected to return on Wednesday, tomorrow, to decide on whether to issue an indictment. We have NBC News legal analyst Danny Savallo standing by to help break down these grand jury proceedings. But first, let's bring in NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hillyard. He is got the latest from West Palm Beach, Florida. Vaughn, good morning to you. So Michael Cohen was standing by to rebut Rob Costello's testimony yesterday, but in the end says he wasn't called. So what all do we know about Costello's testimony, and what is Michael Cohen saying about this?
Right. Robert Costello went in front of this grand jury at the behest of the Trump's legal counsel. The grand jury is convened by the district attorney, who brings forward to them evidence and potential witnesses who could help make his case to bring charges against a particular subject, in this case, Donald Trump, but presented them the opportunity, the Trump's legal counsel, to bring somebody forward before the grand jury, that individual, Robert Costello, who, as you just heard, countered Michael Cohen's testimony and questioned whether he embellished allegations against Donald Trump. That leads to Michael Cohen being present in Lower Manhattan yesterday as a potential rebuttal witness to Costello. Lanny Davis, ultimately Michael Cohen's attorney, said that they were there for multiple hours but were never called back into the room. Take a listen to Michael Cohen himself explain what unfolded yesterday afternoon.
It's a typical Donald J. Trump play out of the playbook. Figure out how you're going to muddy the water as best as you possibly can, denigrate the person, disparage them. The district attorney has the documentation in order to validate every single statement that I've made.
Michael Cohen is the crucial witness here. He was, of course, the former fixer and lawyer for Donald Trump, who flipped on him several years ago after serving his own prison time. He is the key witness if there were to be criminal proceedings against Donald Trump.
So Trump has been active on social media since this past weekend. Last night, he posted a video that seems to be an attack ad against Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. What can you tell us about his flurry of posts, and what kind of pressure is Bragg facing right now?
Yeah, Alvin Bragg has put out to his office in a memo that they will be undeterred by any of the outside pressure from whether it be Republican politicians or whether it be from the likes of individuals online. You can see in a statement he writing saying, "We will not be intimidated by attempts to undermine the justice process, nor will we let baseless accusations deter us from fairly applying the law." Of course, the pressure is coming from the highest place, and that is Donald Trump himself, who over the last now 3 days has put out a litany of statements on his Truth social media account, as well as a video calling into question the integrity of Alvin Bragg and putting pressure on the prosecutor's office as they considered attempting to bring charges against him.
And Vaughn, do we know how the Secret Service would handle a possible indictment here?
We know per multiple sources to NBC News that the Secret Service would intend to stay with Donald Trump every step of the process, from arraignment to even potential jail time. This is for the Secret Service, this federal agency that is in the position to protect Donald Trump. They suggest that they will be there, and over the course of the next week, if Donald Trump were to be arraigned in New York City, they would try to keep him out of public view the best they can. Of course, Donald Trump often has his own plan plans. And if he were to request the Secret Service to not be with him, then that would mean something else. But when you see the security measures already being taken around the U.S. Capitol because of potential protests, but also there in New York City, there is, of course, security concerns around the potential arraignment and indictment of Donald Trump.
All right, Vaughn Hillyard in West Palm Beach, Florida. Vaughn, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.